Welcome to KB English Tech friends. In this video, I would like to cover the major English grammar topic active voice and passive voice. Okay, let's start the class. Active voice and passive voice. Passive, the literal meaning of passive is inactive. Okay, this is active voice basic structure. This is a passive voice basic structure. Here, subject plus verb plus object. Here, object plus verb plus subject. Subject is nothing but doer of the action. Object is nothing but receiver of the action. See, Rama killed Ravana. Rama killed Ravana. This is active voice sentence because Rama is the subject. I mean a doer. Ravana was killed by Rama. Here, Ravana is receiver of the action, I mean object. Here, I began the sentence with Rama, whereas here, I began the sentence with Ravana. Okay, but there is no difference in meaning. So, both the sentences tell Rama is doer of the action, Ravana is receiver of the action. Okay, fine. See here, verb plays an important role. Okay, fine. What are the major differences between active voice and passive voice? If we take active voice, we begin the sentence with the subject. And if it is a passive voice, we begin the sentence with the object. Okay, fine. Ending. If it is active voice, we begin the sentence with end the sentence with the object. Whereas if it is a passive voice, we end the sentence with the subject. Verb. Here, verb in the sense we use main verb V1 form present tense, V2 form past tense, V3 form past participle form, V4 form present participle form. We use all these verb forms in active voice. But if it is a passive voice, we use only V3. We don't use V1, V2, V4. We use only V3. Okay, fine. If it is active voice, we don't use preposition by after or before subject or object. But if it is a passive voice, before subject, we use preposition by. Okay, fine. So, these are the major differences in between active voice and passive voice. We know that subject plus V1 plus object is present simple tense structure. Active voice. So here, just have a look. It is began with a subject. So it is active voice sentence. What about passive voice? The passive voice basic structure is object plus helping verb plus V3 plus by plus subject. Here, this is object part in the beginning, V3 plus by plus subject part at the end, same. Only the helping verb matters. Okay, fine. Now, what is the structure of present simple tense? Passive voice structure. Object plus am, is, are plus V3 plus by plus subject. So here, this part is the same for all the tenses. Okay, fine. Now come to present continuous tense. The structure of a present continuous tense is subject plus am, is, are plus V4 plus object. Okay, fine. Now, if it is a passive voice, just now I said we begin the sentence with the object and we end the sentence with V3 plus by plus subject. Okay, fine. Here, the helping verb part, which is different from other tenses, is am, is, are plus being. Am being, is being, are being. Okay, fine. This is a present continuous tense, a passive voice structure. If it is a present perfect tense, active voice structure is subject plus has, have plus main verb third form and finally object. If it is a passive voice, as I said, the basic object at the end V3 plus by plus subject. So, only difference at the helping verb part, that is has been, have been. Okay, fine. Present perfect continuous tense, subject plus has been, have been plus V4 plus object. But if you take in a passive voice, there is no passive voice for present perfect continuous tense. There is no passive voice. Okay, fine. Now come to past tense. Subject plus V2 plus object is a past simple tense, whereas as I said earlier, begin the sentence with object, end the sentence with the V3 plus by plus subject. Okay, fine. Only the helping verb matters here in passive voice. So in a past simple tense, helping verbs are was, were. So structure of a past simple is object plus was, were plus V3 plus by plus subject. If it is a past continuous tense, active voice is subject plus was, were plus V4 plus object. Okay, fine. So the basic form is object, at the end V3 plus by plus subject. Okay, fine. Now see here, the helping verbs in a past continuous tense while writing a passive voice are was, were plus being. Okay, fine. Yes. So this part is same, only this part is a different. Okay, this part is a different in all tenses. Now I am writing past perfect tense, had plus V3 plus object. Okay, fine. Now see, begin the sentence with object, end the sentence with V3 plus by plus subject. Yes, helping verbs in a passive voice in a past perfect tense is only one, had been. Past perfect continuous tense, subject plus had been plus V4 plus object, no passive voice for past perfect continuous tense, but also present perfect continuous tense. Okay, fine. Now we'll see future tense. Yes, I'm writing here subject plus will plus V1 plus object, but the passive voice is object plus will be plus V3 plus by plus subject. Only helping verb. Future continuous, subject plus will be plus V4 plus object. Sorry, we don't have any passive voice for this future continuous tense. With the future perfect tense, object subject plus will have plus V3 plus object. So here object plus will have been plus V3 plus by plus subject. Future perfect continuous, subject plus will have been plus V4 plus object. Here no passive voice. Okay, fine. So here now I am going to summarize this helping verb part. See here. Begin the sentence with object, end the sentence with V3 plus by plus subject. Okay, we are learning only helping verbs. That too we have no present perfect continuous, no past perfect continuous, no future perfect continuous and future continuous tense. Total 3 plus 3 plus 2, 8. So they are am is are plus being, has been, have been. Past tense was, were, being, had been. Future tense will be, will have been. Okay, fine. Am is are being, has been, have been. Was, were, being, had been, will be, will have been. Okay, fine. So if you remember, if you by heart these helping verbs in passive voice, you can write any active voice sentence into passive voice sentence. Okay, fine. With the help. Hi friends. Now have a brief look on the board. Here I have divided active voice and passive voice structures. If it is a V1, in a passive voice it is a am is are. So the basic structure is, so I am focusing on only helping verb part. Object at the end V3 plus by plus subject is the same. So here how to write passive voice using the verb. Here if it is in active voice V1, in passive voice it will be am is are. If it is in active voice am is are plus V4, It will be am is are plus a being. Has they have V3, has been, have been. If it is a V2, was were. If it is a was were plus V4, was were being. If it is a had plus V3, had been. If it is a will be, will have been. Just like a will, we have shall, can, may, must. Okay, this will be changed into will be, shall be, can be, may be. Okay, here I have written this is subject and object forms also. Subject is nothing but in the beginning, object is nothing but at the end. So if I at the beginning, in the beginning it will be I, but the end form of I is me. End form is nothing but a object place. We, us, you, they, them, he, him, she, her, it, Rama. Here I mentioned the singulars, he, she, it, Rama. Plurals, I, we, you, they. Here one more note point, I is a singular with yam and was. So the very important point. Okay, fine. Yes. So by using these details, these key points, we are going to complete a task. Now see here how it will be. Ram takes his dog for a walk. Here, when you take any active sentence, what to do first of all? Here, very important thing is identify subject, verb, object. Yes. So, who is the doer of the action? Who is the receiver of the action? And the verb is the action done by the subject. Here, who takes? Rama. So, this is a subject. And now, his dog is object. How to identify object easily? See, after verb, whatever it is, after verb maximum 90%, after verb immediately object is followed. Okay, so here is a dog. So his is a possessive pronoun. His in the sense doesn't give any meaning. Object will be, receiver will be, yes, here a person noun. Here you can find noun or pronoun. Rama takes him, pronoun. Rama takes his dog. Here dog is a noun. So his dog, her dog, whose dog he has taken? His dog. So this his dog is one particular word. So which is identified as object in this sentence. So here whatever it is object after verb, just translate into your language. If it is a pronoun or noun, just underline it and identify as, consider as object. Okay, fine. His dog is object here. This is object. The two, this is a singular. Identify this part also. So consider whether it is a singular or plural. His dog is a singular. Okay, now come to takes. So here main verb is a take. The verb forms of a take. Take, took, taken. V4 is a taking. Now see, I am going to write a passive voice. Here it is a takes. It is a third person singular. This is a singular, Rama. Okay, you can write any name also. If it is a third person singular, we add yes or yes. But take here, we are taking take here. Okay, fine. So V1 form. So the helping verbs in a passive voice are am, is, are. Am, is, are. So dog is a singular, so we use is. So now see answer. His dog, object, helping verb, is V3. Taken, his dog is taken by Rama for a walk. So according to structure I have written. Then what is this for a walk? This is extra part of the sentence. Generally we write this extra part before preposition by. Okay, we can write here also, no problem, but here also we can write. Okay, his dog is taken for a walk by Rama. His dog is taken for a walk by Rama. Next sentence, Sheila had taken the bag. If we take this sentence here, subject, who is the doer? Sheila is subject, had taken is a verb part, and immediately we see the, but the is article. So here we have a noun form. So this is object of the sentence, and had taken, here we find here had taken, had plus V3. So this is a past perfect tense. In a passive voice, we know the helping verbs will be had been. So just write this structure. So you will get the answer. So no need of this here singular and plural, because we have only one helping verb. So the bag had been V3, already it is a V3 form, taken by Sheila. The bag had been taken by Sheila. Object, subject, verb. Okay, fine. These are passive as base structure. Object, verb, subject. Okay, fine. Next sentence. She painted the wall. Here, who painted? She painted is subject. Painted is a verb 2 form. Here, the wall is object. Okay, subject plus a V2 plus object. This is a past simple tense. So the helping verbs are was and were. Okay, the wall is singular. So we use was for the wall. The wall is singular. Okay, fine. Now I am beginning the sentence with the object. The wall, helping verb, was V3. The wall was painted by, she becomes her. The wall was painted by her. Next sentence. Mom looked after the kids. So, looked after, this is a phrasal verb. Verb plus the preposition is called phrasal verb. Okay, fine. See here, the kids is object here. That is a plural. Looked after, this is a V2 form. So, V2 is here again. Past simple tense. In a passive voice, helping verbs are was, were. So kids plural, so we use were here. Now see the answer. Begin the sentence with object. The kids were, V3 also looked after by mom. Don't be confused. So with two prepositions. Okay, this preposition belongs to this verb. Already I said here this is a phrasal verb. So most of the students, they will be confused with after and before, so they use only by and they skip this after, but then it becomes wrong. Looked is different, looked after is different. Looked after in the sense of taking care. Okay, in this sense we use this looked after. Okay, fine. Now see here, she will finish the work by tomorrow. She is subject here, will finish is verb, the work is object, by tomorrow is extra part. Okay, now see, will finish, this is a will plus a V1 here, future simple tense. Now the passive voice will be will be. Now see the answer. Begin the sentence with object. Object is the work. The work will be. Then V3. What is the V3 of finish? Finished by her. By tomorrow. So don't be confused with the two bys. Okay, fine. By tomorrow here used to express the time. By tomorrow here generally what we use a passive voice. Okay, fine. So the work will be finished by her by tomorrow. So this is extra part, so better to write before by. So the answer becomes now the work will be finished by tomorrow by her. So it is correct, no problem. Now next sentence. The king was praising the minister. Who is praising? King. So here was praising is past continuous tense. Was praising. Okay, in passive voice we get was, were, being. Okay, praise, praised, prized, prizing. The master, singular, and that it is the object. Now write the passive voice structure. The master was being prized by the king. The master was being prized by the king. Okay, fine. So in this way, you can change any active voice sentence into passive voice. Okay, fine. So I will continue this series and we'll go with active assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentences. Also that too in interrogation we have helping verb interrogatives and WH interrogatives. So we'll continue this session. Okay. Thank you so much friends. Have a nice day. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe.